Good afternoon. I am Christian Draper.
And I am Thomas Marius. Welcome to the Year in Review from CBS News. No, not that one. That's better. As we come to the end of yet another year here at CBS City Park, we thought it would be good to take a moment to look back at the dizzying heights, terrifying lows, and creamy middles that made this year, of all the years that came before, one of them.
We start on a solemn note. This year, all the students at CBS mourned the loss of a beloved faculty member. But this loss was especially felt by the members of the drama club. Luke Crawley has more on this sad story.
Thanks, Christian. And right you are. We, of course, are referring to the tragic loss of Mr. Whitney Brown.
He's not dead, you know.
Shut up. Mr. Brown was beloved to your Christian brothers, but none have felt his absence more than the members of the drama club.
He just moved to Covington.
Shut up, same thing. These poor dramatic young men have been working rudderlessly without his guidance. No one could ever take his place. Mr. Brown, we hope you're up there looking down on us.
In Covington?
We hope you're up there looking down on us. We'll never forget you. Back to you, Christian.
Sports. We love sports here at CBS. This year, the Falcons participated in a number of sports, both intramural and, what's the opposite of intramural? Outramural? Extramural? It seems we should have thought of this before I started. Huh? Oh yeah. Outramural sports. Yeah, why not? The Falcons have played football, basketball, track, baseball, lacrosse, tchoukball, whatever that is, tennis, golf, pickleball, and pickleball, and pickleball, and pickleball. We play a lot of pickleball. To give us some insight into our sports program, your CBS News team went straight to the source. The man himself, Coach Chris Bell, the CBS Athletic Director, sat down with our own Lucas to give his insight. Lucas?
Thanks, Thomas. Here we are at the brain center of CBS Sports. Talk to Coach Chris Bell about his vision about athletics here on campus.
Get out!
Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Thomas.
Thanks, Lucas, and thanks, Coach Bell, for the insight. We will return to our year in review after these messages.
Grass. It is always greener on the other side of... I forget where, but it is supposed to be green. What happens when it isn't? What can you do to keep your grass green? I know one way. Keep kids off your grass. Kids, especially middle school boys, are the worst enemies of green grass. They stomp all over their tender shoots. They dig up the roots and keep their tender leaves from seeing the life-giving sun. Middle school boys are a menace to all things grassy. They must be stopped. Unfortunately, the needed legislation to outlaw middle school boys remains stalled in the legislature. Until that glorious day, we have an alternative. Plastic. Yes, plastic. Looks like grass, feels like, well, plastic, but it looks like grass. Walk on it. Green. Run on it. Green. Guaranteed green, regardless of how many preteen menaces are released upon it. We call it turf, and it is tough. Install some today and use it. Eventually. Turf. You know you want it.
And we're back. The second quarter brings the first crisp days of fall sports, fall holidays, open house, and many other wonderful things happen in the second quarter. The second quarter at CBS City Park is like a dream. But for one group of residents, that dream turned out to be a nightmare. Luke Crawley, our senior water correspondent, has more from the pond.
Thanks, Thomas. This jewel of this campus, once a vibrant habitat, is now devoid of life, home to only countless frisbees, pickleballs, soccer balls that mysteriously show up here every day. How did this happen? What caused this catastrophe? On a cool early early morning of the second quarter, CBS was rocked at a sight and smell that affects this small community to this day. I am, of course, referring to the hundreds of fish, tadpoles, water bugs, and other innocent pond dwellers who also lost their lives that fateful day. CBS has managed to speak with one of the only survivors that day. I'm here with Gil. Tell us about it, Gil.
It was terrible. My friends, my family, and most importantly, my antique sport collection. It was a massacre. A massacre, I tell you!
Sport collection?
Well, some of them were sporks. It was mostly just plastic forks and spoons the evil ones throw into the pond.
Evil ones? You mean the 7th graders?
Yes.
Fair. Is there any indication of what caused this horrible event?
Word is that it was water.
Water? Correct me if I'm wrong, Gil, but isn't water, what you guys live in?
New Orleans city water.
Dear Lord. Poor man. Fish, whatever. Thank you, Gil, for this inspiring story. Do you have anything to say in memory of what you lost?
No.
Back to you, Thomas.
Here at CBS News, we are always looking for new products that we can pretend are news. So we can sell you something and you won't know you're watching a commercial because we think you're idiots. Wait, hold on. I'm just being told that last bit of copy was not for air. So, anyway, here's our senior consumer products reporter, Andrew Ganeshow, with an exciting new product that you will absolutely want, and you are not idiots. Don't worry, I fixed it.
Thanks, Christian. I'm here with inventor Dr. Funyun, who has developed a remarkable new product. Dr. Funyun, what do you have for us today?
Thank you. By the way, my name is pronounced Dr. Funiname.
I'm sorry. Please continue.
You know, it's just my name, you know?
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I have invented a completely new recreational vehicle. It has never been seen before in all of the world. This item will revolutionize how we have fun in this country.
Sounds exciting.
It will. Do you like surfing?
Well, sure, but New Orleans isn't exactly known as a surfing destination, at least not outside of hurricane season.
Exactly. But now you can surf on the street, and not just during hurricane season. I have invented a surfboard with wheels. I only have this crude drawing, but I'm planning on getting funding to build my first prototype soon. You will be able to surf anywhere without all that annoying water to get you wet and cushion your fall when you wipe out. That's a little bit of surfing lingo. Isn't this amazing?
That's a skateboard.
Skateboard? Huh? Not bad. We're shopping names right now. I'm leaning toward roller surfboardificator, but skateboard has a ring to it.
No, that's what it's called. They're a real thing. They exist.
That's impossible. I just thought this up. When did these so-called skateboards get first introduced? I'm sure I thought of it first.
According to Google, about 75 years ago.
That's a long time. But I have plans to have competitions with my invention. We plan to have a huge event like the Olympic Games. We're not sure what to call them yet, but for now we're just calling them the X Games. Oh, crud. Same name and everything. Well, forget that. I also have an idea for colder climates. We'll make a smaller version of the surfboard for the snow. It'll be like skiing, but cooler. Well, snow is already pretty cool, but you get the idea. What do you think of that? Snowboards? I really hate you. You know that, right?
Back to you, Christian.
I didn't know. Just put everything into the shoes with wheels.
Robert Frost once said, "Good fences make good neighbors." If this is so, CBS must be a great neighbor. This year, CBS spared no expense to build a beautiful fence around the property. And then, build it again. But now, it is complete. And there's nothing left to... We will get back to you. Moving on.
The third quarter also means speech night. Here's Luke Dobson. to tell us about how this year's night went.
Thanks, Thomas. Years ago, Brother Gregory started a CBS speech night to teach them the value and artistry of the spoken word and, perhaps most importantly, to introduce the students to the great speeches, monologues, literature, and poetry found in the English language and beyond. This year was no exception.
That sounds great. What really moved the judges this year? Was there a particular author or speech that seemed to spark the judges' interest?
As a matter of fact, there was.
What was it? One of the greats? Shakespeare?
No, not Shakespeare.
Frost?
No,
Keats? Shelley?
no, neither of those.
Perhaps one of the greatest orators of history. Cicero? Lincoln? Roosevelt? Churchill?
No, none of those either.
Then what was it? What was the one thing that seemed to get the most attention from the judges this year?
Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Yep.
Works for me. Thanks, Lucas.
Which brings us to the fourth quarter. Perhaps the most magnificent achievement of the fourth quarter was the triumph of the CBS Drama Club's soon-to-be critically acclaimed Year in Review. Wait, that's this. That was from just a few minutes ago. Well then, looks like we're done. See you next year, Falcons.